Hello everyone. It's a nice rainy day here in North Texas. So, thought I'd come inside, work on a project. I've got a granddaughter that's having a birthday, and here in March. And so, we went to an estate sale a couple weeks ago, and we bought this little kind of a dresser. It's a little dresser. It's kind of an old-fashioned dresser, a little old dresser with a mirror on it. And we thought about giving it to her for her birthday, because she's got her own room now, right? So, you know, she didn't have to share it with her sisters or brothers. So anyway, so everything in her room is white. Okay, so this is the color of the dresser. It's an old dresser. It's all, you know, it's all made out of real wood bottoms, solid oak fronts, and it's got kind of this tiger oak look to it. Very pretty, you know. And so, but they don't want that. So her room is white. So, well, we thought about just painting it white, but I decided, well, let me try this kind of a whitewash on it and see how that would look. And the wife says that's the way she wants to go with it. So we're going to try to whitewash this, and I've already done one here, as you can tell. It's got a little pink in it. When you put that whitewash on there a couple times and rub it off, it leaves some of the darker grain, but in a lot of these areas here, it leaves kind of a pink undertone to it. So when it's all done together, it'll probably look pretty good. And then turquoise is the big color for my granddaughter right now. So I've got these little it came with these little openers, like a flower. The little handle goes in between, you know, old school. And so I think we're going to paint these turquoise, right? So she'll have the turquoise on the whitewash. So hopefully they'll like it. She'll like it. Hopefully her mother will like it. But so that's my what I'm trying to accomplish. So I've done one here. So what I'm doing basically is I'm putting a stripper on top. Now, there's two different types you can use. Well, there's more than two different types, but there's a kind of a less harmful type, which is this. It's called citrus strip. I think it's made out of orange peelings or whatever, leftovers on the oranges. And you can put that on there. It works pretty good. Or you can go with one of the chemical types. This is more of a liquid kimmer. It's a liquid stripper. They make this liquid if you got a piece of furniture that's got a lot of design in it, a lot of little crevices and stuff. This stuff will get down in there and strip it. So then I have some other types, but that are a more thicker type of stripper. But we're going to just go with this right here. With the we'll start with the orange. As you can tell, I bought it at a estate sale. Had $4 on it. It was almost full, 75% off. I got it for $1. And I think that stuff right there cost you about, I don't know, $12, $15, $10, $12, $15 at the store. So it's a pretty good deal. Usually just pour it in a little container and then just wipe it on. Now it's good to wear gloves, even though this is a safer version of stripper. So I've got these little gloves on here. Plus, it'll keep your hands from getting all that gunk around your fingernails and stuff, and it's hard to get out. I've done it both ways, with gloves and without gloves. So just wipe this on good. Put it all in there. And we're going to let it just sit there and eat away on this polyurethane or varnish, whatever on here. The way I did the paint is I took I got a gallon of white paint, interior paint, satin I think it is, and I poured about half of that satin in this old jam grape jar, plastic, and then I put about half of it, put 1 part paint and then 1 part water in there and mixed it all together. I looked at it, it looked a little thin, so I went ahead and put a little bit more paint in there and mix it all together, and that's just basically all there is to it. Just wipe it on and get you a clean rag and then wipe it off as much as you want. I put 2 coats on that, but this is working a little bit here. Let's see if we can get anything stripped up here. This works pretty quick. There you go. You just come along here, get you a good scraper, scrape it off. There. Okay, now we can put some more on there. Usually I'm using this kind of orange stripper here, not quite as powerful as the chemical strippers. And so I usually put, a couple coats. I do it a couple times. And then I'll probably come by with some of this liquid stripper, maybe some acetone, or rub it down real good. Then I will use my sander. I got about a 120 grit on here. And once I get it stripped down as much as I think that I can get stripped, I'll sand it a little bit, get a tack rag, and wipe it clean. Then we'll put the stripper down. So let's pause here a second while the stripper works. And oh wait a minute, I can start on this one over here. Okay, we'll let that sit for a little bit. Move this one back over. See if I can get anything off it another time. Now, you probably should use a plastic scraper. Might be a little more gentle on the wood. I'm going to go ahead and do this one since it started to... Okay. Let me put another coat on the second one here. Now, I've already got some of this other type, so let's put some on here, see if we can get anything else off this. It's very watery. You got to be careful with it. You don't want it to get it all into your drawers and everything, because it'll leave a little mark on the wood. What was so outstanding about this piece of furniture that we got at the estate sale was that inside the drawers looked like they'd hardly ever been even used. I think they whoever owned this put a liner in the bottom of the drawers, and so they just look brand new. It's really a beautiful. Whoever had this really kept it in wonderful condition. So now this liquid chemical finish, it says you need to leave it on about 20-30 minutes, but we didn't do it. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably go now and just put some more on here, and then we'll walk away for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, get as much as I can off this. And then we can get back to really stripping it down, sanding it, and putting our whitewash on these drawers. Okay, we're back. Let me mute my TV here. I'm watching a little John Wayne. Anyway, so I let that stripper sit on here for a little while, about 20-30 minutes, and I used my scraper to scrape it off what was left. Not much came off. So what I did now is I took some of this acetone, what I'm doing here, just rubbing on this, try to get the last little bit off of any stain or varnish or anything else that's on here. I've got most of it off. Not much left. I mean, that's what it looked like when I started there. But anyway, we're down to that. That's not much left on there. Now, I really hate to even whitewash it because, to me, it's really nice. It's really pretty. I can see myself just putting a clear polyurethane on that and just be happy, happy, happy. But that's not what they want. They want it white. So they want it white, we give them white. So I got my sander down here. Disc on there. I got it hooked up to a vacuum system, which makes all the difference in the world. Put on a mask. You know, when you get in your 60s, I guess you better protect your lungs, huh? Okay, that didn't take much. You can see the difference. Just a little sanding will do. It's when I sanded, not where I hadn't sanded yet. So you can tell it really knocks a lot of that stain off. But I really don't have to go much more than that. That's about all I want to do. I want to grab a let's see here, tack rag. Wipe it down here. Okay, here we go with some more sanding. Okay, let's wipe off the dust. Okay. Now on top of these drawers right here, probably just going to hit the sander on those real quick to just knock that down, since there's not much wood there, that I can use my sander and knock that varnish off pretty quick. So let's give it a shot here. Okay. That quickly took that off. I could, you can sand. You don't have to use this stripper if you wanted to. Take your sander and sand off these without using a stripper. You could. it'll take some time. You'll go through a lot of sanding discs, you know, and those things are fairly expensive. I think it's just quicker to put the stripper on there, wipe it off, and sand for a short period of time and you're done. Okay, let's work on this one. This one here I'm going to have to sand that edge, but let's work on this one. Okay, so we got it all cleaned off here. We've got our mixture here. 1 part white paint, 1 part water, and then I added just a little more paint to it. Get stirred up again. Well, got an old brush here. Nothing fancy, just a cheap brush. And what we're going to do, just going to wipe that paint on there. We're just going to paint it. So there we go. Let's take a look. Let me take a kind of compare them here. This is the one that has 2 coats on it. This is the one that just did 1 coat. This looks a little nicer, a little smoother. This looks a little more rough. So I'm going to put another coat on this one, where we can have that kind of look there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay. So here we go. Let's wipe this off. This grain here on this one a little bit different than this, so it's not, you know, it's none of them are going to, I don't think they're going to be exactly the same. It's a little odd, isn't it? You can see that one there just came out just almost uniform. This piece of wood here seemed to have some little black in it. So it's coming out a little bit different. So I've got to figure out if that's all right, or if I'm going to come along with a little bit of white right along where that black is. See if I can't do a little better job here. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's how we do it. That's how I'm doing it. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. Other people do it different ways, but that's the way I'm doing it. Strip off the old stain and lacquer as best as you can. Sand it down as much as you can, as much as you want to. You don't have to overdo it. And then throw a coat on there, let it dry a little bit, wipe it off. Throw another coat on there, let it dry a little bit, wipe it off. I was happy with this one after 2 times. This one here, we're going to let it set for a little while and wipe it off. And hopefully we'll get closer to a match here. And that's basically what you do. So we'll finish up this other drawer, and then we'll get the other piece in here, and we'll start on it for the next episode. So y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next video.